Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right. I didn't watch that Peter Quillen interview with Fight Hype like at least 3 times, and the more I watched it, the more I enjoyed it because, like, you know how you have a message that you putting out and that you trying to get people to see and understand, and then you have people, detractors, telling you, hey, don't talk about it, this never existed, and all this type of shit. Because like I told you, it's this thing with black people. We're not supposed to voice our opinion on anything. Especially if you're famous and black, you're supposed to just shut up and spend the money you make, or shut up and enjoy the money. It's sort of like your silence is being bought. That's the mentality that they have towards black athletes. Well, you're making a lot of money, so you shouldn't speak about these type of things, or you shouldn't care. Okay? But like I said, when I listened to that Peter Quillen interview, he got deep with it. He talked about a lot of the double standards. He talked about a lot of the things that I've been talking about on my channel since I've been on YouTube, which goes to show you that I know what I'm talking about, and I'm not finna compromise my channel or minimize my channel to try to get a certain demographic of people on my channel. Like I said, I'm not gonna say the things that other people want me to say, especially if they don't look like me. I don't do that kind of stuff. As I said before, there are other channels that cater to that type of stuff. Go to those channels, but not on my channel. But one thing in particularly that made me, made me smile a little bit is when Peter Quillen talked about those emails, because I felt that it was very important. You know, a lot of these clowns on here love to point the finger at black YouTube channels, and particularly me, Barbershop Conversation, Boxing Ego, Dante's Boxing Nation, a lot of the LDBC channels, you know, the Independents, John Boxing, Tell It Like It Is TV. They love to say that we just make up stuff and it don't exist and all that type of stuff, when it really does. And they like to try to play these games because, as I said before, they have a mentality with black athletes, black people. We are supposed to just shut up and be quiet. If you have a lot of money, if you a black millionaire, you ain't supposed to care about that kind of stuff. Because according to Jason Whitlock, racism only affects poor black people, which I think is absurd. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it was cool to hear Peter Quillen address those emails with Oscar De La Hoya, because we were the ones that was on it. And then you had people telling us that we shouldn't talk about that, we're race baiting and all that bullshit. And some people just flat out, in particularly Mexicans, was like, well, Oscar De La Hoya ain't got to apologize to you. He ain't got to apologize to y'all. They basically was saying, a lot of them was saying F y'all. Well, fuck y'all back. And then the funny thing is, the funny thing is, if you say something about them or you respond to something they just said about you, then they say you race baiting. But, I suppose Oscar wasn't race baiting, or Abel Sanchez. Like I said, everybody is allowed to insult black people, and we're not supposed to respond. Period. We're not supposed to say a damn thing. Well, sorry, life doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. But yeah, that's how they act. They say we ain't supposed to say nothing and speak on anything concerning that. Well, sorry, you got the game twisted like licorice. But one thing, I was happy that Peter Quillen spoke on it, but then at the same time, I was kind of disappointed. Because here's the kicker. If Peter Quillen knows about it, then that means a lot of other boxers know about it, and they just don't want to talk about it. And it's a shame that black fighters when they're disrespected, they act like they have to follow suit and don't, rock the boat. Well, I'm rocking the boat. If I hear and see something that's done towards me or my people, I'm gonna respond. Okay? I'm gonna respond. I don't give a damn if you don't like what I have to say. I've told you on several occasions, you don't like my channel, get the fuck off my channel, don't come back. But man, when I think about it, man, the emails, he mentioned that. Fred is validated. Because, Fred, at the end of the day, me and Fred sometimes don't see eye to eye on certain situations, on our approach to certain situations, but Fred is a friend. You could be friends and you could have a disagreement, you could be pissed off at each other, but Fred is my friend. And I got his back if the shit go down. But Fred is vindicated. Fred is vindicated. Because Fred pushed a hard line. He got into it with Golden Boy. They threw him out of an event. They took his press credentials. They permanently banned him. And I'm gonna tell you something else that needs to be said about Golden Boy. Golden Boy don't like giving media credentials to black media, and that needs to be put out there. They really, when I say they really don't like, if they think if you apply for a credential for a Golden Boy event, if your name even remotely seems to be black, the only one they'll let in there is Radio Raheem. And y'all already know what's up with Radio Raheem. No need to even get into it and go into it deep about Radio Raheem, because they know him. But Golden Boy, they don't like giving black media credentials. I just applied for Golden Boy events just to be applying, just because I knew they would turn me down. And then I've talked to other media people who happen to be black, said the same thing. So Golden Boy got a lot of issues with black people just because. And I know somebody go say, well, Bernard Hopkins works for Golden. So what? What does that mean? Doesn't mean a damn thing. But anyway, like I said before, man, Fred is vindicated. After they threw him out, took away his credentials, permanently banned him. And then, Fred seen him at some events before. Fred tried to get Oscar to talk about the emails. And Oscar did that weak shit that he did. So, like I said before, man, it always feels good when somebody vindicates you and proves that you know what you was talking about. But like I said, the LDBC and a lot of other people been on this situation. Dante, Ego, we all spoke about those emails where a lot of mainstream media didn't want to talk about it. We already know ESPN wasn't going to talk about it because, that ESPN is only about demonizing black athletes and black people by using black people to demonize other black people. But yeah, man, shout out to Fred, shout out to the LDBC, shout out to black media, shout out to the independents. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.